Hello everybody. Today let's take a look at the voiced, voiceless, oral, nasal and nasalized sounds in English Sharpie. Voiceless sounds. Now as you all know, what are vocal cords? Vocal cords are lip-like structures, a pair of lip-like structures situated inside the larynx. Okay, the vocal cords are placed horizontally from front to end. They are attached in the front and they are separated at the back. As they are attached at one end and separated at the back, they can assume a large number of positions. The space between the vocal cords is called glottis. So when you swallow food, the vocal cords come close together to close the glottis. This closure prevents food from entering the trachea. During normal breathing condition, the vocal cords are kept wide apart and the glottis is open. So the air can pass through it freely without setting the vocal cords into vibration. The sounds thus produced with the glottis open are called voiceless sounds. These sounds are also called breathed sounds as it is the position of the glottis for breathing. Now the examples of voiceless sounds. P, T, S and K are examples of voiceless sounds. P as in pin, T as in tin, S as in sin and K as in king. So P, T, S, K are the voiceless sounds in English. Now voiced sounds. So during voiceless sounds, the vocal cords were wide apart. The air could pass freely without setting the vocal cords into vibration. So opposite of that will be voiced. That is, the vocal cords are held loosely together. They are in contact with each other so that the pressure from the lungs makes the vocal cords vibrate. Sounds produced when the vocal cords vibrate are called voiced sounds. And the examples of voiced sounds are B, D, G, M. B as in say bin, D as in dog, G as in girl, M as in man. Okay, they are the voiced sounds of English. Now what are oral sounds? When the soft palate is raised, the nasal passage gets closed. So the sounds produced with the nasal passage closed. And what happens when the nasal passage is closed? Air can pass only through the oral passage. So sounds produced with the nasal passage closed and air escaping only through the oral passage are called oral sounds. All sounds in English Sharpie except m, n and ng as in king is example of oral sounds. All sounds except m, n and ng are examples of oral sounds. Okay. Now what are nasal sounds? When the soft palate is lowered, the oral passage gets closed. So what happens when oral passage is closed? Air can pass only through the nasal passage, right? Sounds produced with the oral passage closed and air escaping through nose alone are called nasal sounds. Examples are m, n and ng as in king. Ng sound as in king. Now nasalized sounds. What are nasalized sounds? With the soft palate lowered, if there is no closure at any point in the oral passage, then air from lungs can pass simultaneously through nose and the mouth. Sounds produced in which the air escapes through both the oral and the nasal cavity are called nasalized sounds. So that was a very short video explaining to you the definitions of voiced, voiceless, oral, nasal and nasalized sounds. Hope you got a fair idea of the same. If you'd like to have better notes on linguistics, simplified note on linguistics, please comment below. Thank you.